The Bricklayer's determination. There was once a young man named Arjun who lived in a small village. He had big dreams of becoming an architect and building beautiful homes. However, his family was poor, and he had to work as a bricklayer to support them. Despite his circumstances, Arjun never let go of his dream. Every day he worked tirelessly, laying bricks under the scorching sun. While others saw it as just a job, Arjun treated every wall he built as a masterpiece. He studied blueprints in his free time, learned from engineers at construction sites, and practiced sketching designs at night. People laughed at him. A bricklayer dreaming of being an architect? Impossible, they said. But Arjun ignored the negativity and kept learning. Years passed, and one day, a wealthy businessman noticed Arjun's dedication and knowledge. Impressed, he offered to sponsor Arjun's education. With newfound hope, Arjun pursued his studies and graduated as an architect. Years later, he returned to his village, no longer a bricklayer, but a renowned architect. He built schools, hospitals, and homes for the people who once doubted him. His story became a lesson. No dream is too big if you have the determination to chase it, no matter where you start. The unstoppable runner. Ravi was a young boy who loved to run. He dreamed of becoming a champion sprinter, but there was one problem. He was born with a leg condition that made running painful and difficult. Doctors told him he might never run like other kids, but Ravi refused to give up. Every morning, while others slept, he trained. He ran short distances, then longer ones, pushing through pain and exhaustion. He fell many times, but each time he got back up. People mocked him. "You'll never be fast enough," they said, "Sorry, Sechi, asatwam." Even some of his friends told him to quit, but Ravi believed in himself. He kept running, training harder every day. Years passed, and Ravi entered his first big race. The competition was fierce, and the odds were against him. But when the starting gun fired, Ravi ran with everything he had. He didn't just finish the race, he won. His victory wasn't just about speed, it was about perseverance. He proved that no obstacle, physical or mental, could stop a determined heart. The lesson? Life will put hurdles in your path, but if you refuse to stop running, you will reach your goal. The Mountain of Dreams. In a small village surrounded by towering mountains, there lived a young boy named Kiran. He often stood at the foot of the highest peak, watching the birds soar above it. "One day I will climb that mountain," he would say, but the villagers laughed. "No one has ever climbed that mountain," they told him. "It's too steep, too dangerous. You're just a poor farmer's son." But Kiran refused to listen. Every day, he trained by climbing smaller hills, strengthening his legs, and learning survival skills. He studied the weather, learned from travelers, and prepared for the journey. At 18, he decided it was time. Armed with nothing but a rope, a small bag of food, and unshakable determination, he set off. The climb was brutal. Icy winds cut through his clothes, sharp rocks bruised his hands, and hunger gnawed at his stomach. Many times, he slipped and almost fell. Each time, he whispered to himself, "One more step." Days passed, and exhaustion threatened to break him, but he kept going. One more step. Finally, after a grueling journey, Kiran stood at the summit. He had done the impossible. Looking down at his village, he realized something powerful. The mountain was never the real challenge. The real challenge was believing in himself when no one else did. When he returned, the same people who had doubted him now looked at him with awe. His journey inspired others to dream bigger, to push beyond their limits. Kiran's story became a legend, proving that the biggest mountains in life are not the ones we see outside, but the doubts we carry within. And with enough courage,